Hey everyone, Jennifer Sierzant here. I thought I would just make a short video today because I really just had this idea in my head after receiving an email from a potential client who expressed to me how she felt completely ashamed about her chronic illness. Now, that's something I often hear from my actual clients and something I felt when I was going through chronic illness. There's this overwhelming feeling, and we are in a cocoon trying to heal, but there's an overwhelming feeling of shame when you're sick because you can't be productive and produce the way you did prior to being sick. So often, many of us are going to work sick, are continuing our daily lives with kids, with relationships, and with whatever else while we're sick. And the hard part is we feel this shame because we feel people are judging us, because one day we will feel fantastic and we look great. And then the next day we feel so ill we're actually in bed and we can't function. So there's a lot of saying no to invites, or a lot of having to decide that day for invites because we never know how we're going to feel. So all these things come at us and we feel ashamed and we feel unproductive, inadequate, and all those other crappy things we make ourselves feel when we're sick. So especially with chronic illness has very much an emotional component to it, whether it be from post-traumatic stress, from childhood traumas, from current emotional issues. So we have a tendency to keep, destroying ourselves with these thoughts that we're inadequate. Well, that's not true. I mean, you're fighting a chronic illness. You need to, number one, respect your illness. You need to embrace. You don't have to embrace in a great way with joy and say, I'm so happy I have an illness. But you need to embrace the lessons the chronic illness is trying to teach you. So when I was going through all these feelings of inadequacy, and I remember I felt horrendous about myself, I not only was destroying myself physically, but spiritually and emotionally, I was a complete wreck because I didn't have faith in myself. I was losing my self-worth. I was trying to work every day sick. It was horrible. People were judging me. So I just kept, crouching into myself and becoming deeper into the depression and sadness of chronic illness. So, really how I was able to climb out of that, not only was I really putting my best foot forward physically, trying to exercise. I did a lot of exercise. I changed my diet. I was taking baby steps, but the things that really, really helped me focus on the self-love and to break through that cloud of shame was to every day do one thing to nurture myself, whether that be go to bed earlier, take a hot bath, take a walk, eat something super healthy, write in my journal. So I always did one thing a day to nurture myself. If you're able to do 2 or 3, then that's great, then do it. And the other thing that really helped me was keeping a gratitude list. And the last thing we feel when we're sick is we do not feel gratitude. We are so overwhelmed with being sick and life, we just want to say F it. But at the end of the day, there's a lot to be grateful for. So on my really bad days, I'd be just grateful for a hot cup of tea, or my clean sheets on my bed, or a conversation with my mom. And I'd leave a little book under my pillow, and every day and every night before going to bed, I would take out the book and I'd write 3 things. If I had more, then I'd write more. But gratitude's really important. And when you nurture yourself and you're grateful, the shame just dissipates. It goes away because then you realize you are human and you are facing a human condition. And you stop caring what other people think. And you stop caring about the world around you, and you're focusing on yourself. Because healing is, very much healing is, and I'm big on this, mind, body, spirit. So, part of healing the spirit and the mind is self-love. And self-love comes when you nurture yourself, when you respect yourself, respect the illness, embrace the lessons, and feel gratitude. And that's really my best advice. And it doesn't happen overnight. It could take a year. It could take 2 years. Some people are quick learners. I wasn't. It took me years to tap into all the things I'm expressing now. So, and I still do it every single day, even though I'm well and I no longer have chronic illness. But every single day I tap into gratitude, and I do something every day to nurture myself, and I don't care what other people think. So that's it. I hope this video helps you, because a lot of people express this to me, so I figured I'd get it all out in one video. Namaste, everybody. Thanks for listening.